Self-improvement is a distraction because it takes away from doing the thing. And I realized this when I was doing 75 hard for the second time. And I was trying to do my clothing brand after I did my second workout, but I also had to drink all this goddamn water. And I was stressing out because I was running out of time because my bedtime was coming up because I worked a night shift at work. And I realized me trying to put all this energy and focus into 75 hard is taking my focus away from the thing that I actually want to do. 75 hard is to get you to be disciplined again, but I think that what it actually does is it just distracts you from doing the scary thing, which is your thing, your own thing. Okay. Now that was 3 years ago. So it's taken me 3 years to get to this point because from 75 hard, I jumped to another thing, to another thing, to another thing. I try to find different ways to reach my goal, and each way needs to have the least amount of mistakes. But how can I figure out which one has the least amount of mistakes unless I actually do the thing? Unless I start speaking, how can I learn how to not say or how to storytell or how to keep the audience engaged in what I'm saying, right? Also, it becomes this self-work journey because when I decided, oh, I want to do this specific thing, it forced me to go into myself and find my own pain points. One thing about YouTube or any type of content is that you need to figure out your audience's pain points and what they're struggling with. If you want to help them with something that you have gone through, you need to let them know, hey, I've gone through this too, which made me have to really stop putting energy into looking at other people's problems and look at my own problems, figure out my own psychology and my own blueprint for why I have these weak points and have these pitfalls, why I keep self sabotaging, why I keep looping. I have to figure that out, like really know the why behind it versus the fact that it's just happening. And that is literally shadow work. Whereas when I'm focusing all my energy on someone else's psychology and what their blueprint is, it's based off of me trying to um, one, run for myself, and two, make sure that they are cool with me. Make sure that I am in their good graces, right? When they feel a negative emotion or they're struggling with something and they're in my life, I make that personal. And it's this thing of like, oh, being sharing your life with me makes their life worse. So I'm going to help them because this is a reflection of me. And it's not it's not that I just make it personal to me. The only way for me to stop doing that is to figure out why I do it in the first place and then get that up out of me so then I can focus on my own thing. But notice I said, so then I can focus on my own thing. But that is also a pitfall of mine, right? The whole point is you need to do the thing, cut everything else out. We add so much stuff to our day, to our task list, right? I've done the habit trackers, I've done the routines. This is my morning routine, this is my nighttime routine, yada yada yada. I've added this to my workout, I've added this to my playlist, things to watch, things to learn, journaling prompts, journal about this, journal about that, journal about just a whole bunch of stuff. Need to meditate this much, do the breath work. The list goes on and on and on and on and on. And it becomes this thing where it starts to be more focused on all these things that I need to check off and less about the thing that actually is personal to me that I am personally running from, right? If you have this fear of being seen, then you don't need to figure out, and this is something that everyone gets wrong in my opinion. You do not need to figure out why you have a fear of being seen. You need to go practice being seen and calming down your nervous system while you're doing it. You need to be able to speak to yourself differently when you're doing it. You need to be able to not personalize the experience as I suck at this, I'm not enough, or I'm not whatever enough to be seen. I don't deserve to be seen because I don't know XYZ. You need to be talking to yourself in the opposite way. We are all deserving to be seen. I know enough. I've been through enough. I too have something to share. You need to be talking to yourself while you're doing the thing. As you start doing the thing, you'll start to realize why you were afraid in the first place. Feelings are going to start to arise. The discomfort is going to start to arise. After that, that's when you do the shadow work. Like after I make this video, I don't have a fear of being seen. I have issues with how I speak, right? But after I do this video, I am going to write everything that I felt that was negative and any beliefs that pop up as I'm writing this, because when you write, your subconscious starts to open up. Your brain gets out of the way. You just have to write. And then all of a sudden, you'll see, start writing and you'll see after a few minutes of writing, your brain starts to get out of the way, and then your subconscious, your true thoughts and feelings and beliefs start to pop up, right? And that's the part, that's the shadow work. And that's the time to rewire. So the next time you go do the thing, you feel better about it, or you feel calmer about it. You're not thinking so much about it. You're not feeling all these negative, scared feelings. And eventually you do it over and over and over again. You do it enough to where it's just part of you now. You have now shifted who you are, what you're about, because you have practiced doing the thing. Doing the thing is the shadow work. Shadow work is the distraction. Okay, what they say shadow work is a distraction. True shadow work is doing the thing. I spent 3 years distracting myself, learning this, that, and the third, right? And the most progress I've got towards figuring myself out, figuring my weak points, figuring out my downfalls, figuring out why I loop everything comes from doing the thing. That's it. That's it.